right? Your desired person, woman. And what about those language, known language? Here, listen to. There is. I don't know. I don't have language. She won't be able to kind of put gasoline into the car. She won't be able to read things. You won't be both able to go somewhere into the cinema. She has her vocabulary 800 words. It is a vocabulary of 800 words. We have 365 days a year. If we put a name to us, or a name for us to make sentences from those words in a year, you may be pretty well skilled in language. And language you will know. And language, there is a knowledge of language, because there was travel a lot, and there is a will to get to know new things. Good hair is a wonderful way for the heart of a man. Please remember, Nina Vasilievna, please remember. Edik, as we know, as how we know Edik, he has a lot of good traits. His woman or his girl, his lady, needs to be listening to him and needs to be good with him, and the language that she, the skill that she may need, they may come up with. Please, your glasses here. Vasily, may you be having them off, or take them a bit off for us to show your eyes. Do you actually know about the wife, or about the kinship? Yes, the role is 50-50, so many complexities. Choose your further bride or groom to have less problems, and with you it's only problems. Still, there needs to be a chance. There will be always obstacles giving you challenges, and never in your life you will have just plain and flat. And in your life will be bumps and boosts, ladies who will be this. Ladies who will be doing this for you in your life. And the things that you do, you won't have to be putting it for the long book, and will kind of be having to be more true to them. They always want something different, and you have your horoscope. And as our life is such as it is, always goes up and down. Бать, не чуть там нужно. Hi Edward, good day. This is to you, and this is to you. I'm very pleased to be getting to know you on such a program or TV show. Maya is 38. She's in the previous time, or she's a former director of the company. She is proud of cooking good tarts, and previous husband has sent her to live into the different apartment with the hope that she will understand this. So we're gonna get into the present first straight away. It's how on the field of wonders. So it seems like it is a birthday. What happened to your husband that you guys turned out to be getting rid of each one? And we had such life that he liked to be with his friends. And so you were married. Yes, this is one of my first requirements, being in marriage and having kids. Before the marriage, he was such. And why have you gone with him? I kind of liked him, and I hoped to be making him change. Now I see that she is a bit shy. Have you said? Yes, I actually said, and we have tried for it the whole year. And he told me this, that he indeed wanted, but he didn't turn out to be making this. And he had one model, I had another model, and it didn't turn out to be. And he worked, and he kind of made everything that he needed. How was with the kid? Well, I haven't placed too much onto him. He hasn't changed pampers and haven't done anything. So how did you want him to go do all the work that's needed and then come back and do all the lady work with changing all the pampers? And so all the ones who kind of do some other things with their husbands a bit differently, they are kind of stupid. So we had first prior agreement that he earns money for our family. So please tell us, your husband leaves to work and the kid is worried, and you will have to wake up and go and kind of shake the kid. And there are such cases when someone just moves onto the kitchen to leave because there is a kid. I think that a man has to be earning money for the family. How was it? Wasn't it about somebody kind of making submitting, or kind of making it the some kind of a way or less breath, making somebody breathless. So, and he was kind of not making a word, or keeping the silence. He was keeping the silence, and there were such situations. She is hard lover. She may not answer as how she wants, and the dominance there is over the husband. Breathless. So breathless. I have said making someone breathless. Making someone breathless. The other one was submitting. Maya, you been living or you lived in such a small city or town, and everyone knew you. And what's the situation with neighbors? It's such a situation that they make a promenade in different places. Girls are very young, very cool, and sometimes it happens as, oh, here you go, it is her husband, it is her former husband, he is now here, and I don't kind of like this. Why is this? Why has it happened such a way? I wanted to. Why has it happened such a way as how it happened then? It was already such a situation that I decided that I am kind of self-standing and self-standing. I decided to divorce. Please tell us, won't there be any obstacles from the side of Edward? I won't be able to answer this question now or straight away. Well, such a pudding that you have. This is our city. We have wonderful places here. Please have a look up there, and this is a tower here, and this is such an old place, and it is not just a square. We have here a task, and we may kind of have a look at all the different things that we have here. The place of my first date, the cat's down cellar. I would like to actually use this as such a chance to actually make a wish, to find my to make a wish about my second half. I would like to bring this information to women. Why making life such complex? 1.5 years to a kid, and what's in America? Why is it worse? How is it worse in America than in Thailand? Well, you are not going there to the Schwarzenegger, and not Charleston in front of him. You're reading my thoughts, right? Why not Charleston, and why not Schwarzenegger? He sings as Alec Baldwin a bit. Which one of three would you choose? Will it will be the family tradition. With my son, we usually find treasure. And with my son, we have these pirates coming. And they give us a map. And here is the map that we have. This is my son's map. What's the surprise? What's the surprise that you have? Like the surprise that I have, I would like to make you, and I would like to make you a surprise that we have prepared for you, and kind of feel how it is for you. Well, he indeed looks like Baldwin. This is such a game that that sometimes it's kind of a go away kind of time, a go away time. It's such a kindergarten to kind of go and have a look after to go and have a look after some kind of a thing. So we have those spectators with the haircut. He must be having a haircut. Okay, so where is he? Here he is. So please go up to him and give him this note. Okay, so it says from the pirates there will be thing waiting for them long. So this is the lottery ticket, and it is for us to fill. Here you we go to Tallinn, we register it and win it. So this is mixed Ramsey, or mixed kind of resolvings. So we've been talking about you just a bit, and here it was a surprise. So yes, we have found this ticket, and it's a lottery ticket, hopefully winning one. I would like to say, what shall I say? She is very nice. Maybe she is a bit worried. Nina, I'm liking her. When she take off her heels, you may be quite the same height. So we are now looking at him as a well American or well American. Here is an American or American. Or there is proudness, and there is the proudness that you are Russian, and we are proud. I'm proud of you, and I'm proud of you. Thanks. So this is the lottery ticket, and such a thing that it is a lottery which is very complex, and it's a 50-50 thing. So it is about the story when there was a long walk through a long walk through the school, a long walk through the square or a marsh, a long walk through the square or a march through the square near the queen, and there was such a thing that they had shot near her horse. Please, well then, it's such a thing. Well, please then, go follow to the to see a further bride. Hi, I'm very glad to meet you. And what's your name? My name is Elena. And I have thought about you, and I think that you we will get to know each one. We will get to know each one very well. Thanks very much. This is your stone of the happiness. Alena has a background in marriage or marriage background. She has kids. She split with her husband. She has split with her husband. Now is looking for a partner. Now is looking for her second half. And she is a bit. She does her work. And kids? I think that you have kind of came to such missing of the country, of our country. Please make and I would like to, or actually I would prefer or suggest you making our dish that we have, our dish that we cook here, which is окрошка. So what was, there was a question, please excuse me, I don't excuse, I'm telling you for the fifth time, how was it before? It was such as how we went in the park and a person told me that they were meeting spring. And I was said to have a look around, and there were flowers on the trees, and it turned out to be that he is a liar, and we have split. And what about your kids? They are from my husband. We had been living 11 years, but he hasn't shown you spring. He hasn't, but he used to be kind of secure and safe, but he got to like his other wife. How did you split then? Well, everything was kind of alright, and then turned off the telephone, or kind of got missed. But well, you know, he used to be alright. We lived kind of quite alright. So what have you found something in the telephone? When it turned out that he has someone, he said that he won't kind of live here and you do what you want, and I thought that the family will take it all over. And what's the age? The son is 17, a daughter is months, so 8 months, less than a year. So are there any financial questions or material helpings? There may be. Why, please, Alena, tell me financial issues or material issues. Please tell us what's your, why do you keep doing why do you have your 3 educations and keep working as a photographer? Well, this is something that I do. Now for earning money. Yeah, we on the culinary show or cookery show, they keep cooking and potatoes. Well, she's kind of doing it all right. She's cooking it and cutting it and. It's more cleaner enough. My dear, you have two bonuses, a skeleton in a wardrobe and date in private. Date in private. And then you will go on to the date in private, and we here in 6 arms will kind of do things. And any other roots, kind of hard roots, and any other things. Yes, it indeed is good. My dear, my mild, will it not be kind of bad to, or when will it not be sad to leave her? It may be actually sad. If we decide to actually make a decision, he has his own life. I think it won't be reasonable if he won't be making, if he will decide to not make his own personal life. As how I understand, you will have to be having juridical allowance. You will have to have a juridical allowance. What kind of feel has Alena made? She is kind of very nice. She's alright. Okay, so for such a case, we are actually not going to be eating a kroshka because she is mixing it with her arms. There was such a time when we had the exhibition, and Voronezh has its symbol, and the symbol of Voronezh is a kroshka. Well, it's a kvass as well there, and it's a bread kvass. Wow, this is a present of destiny, present of happiness, and happiness is brilliant. There is such a Japanese belief. There is such a Japanese belief. There is such a Japanese belief that if you, well, if it is kind of bad for you. You take it. Wow. So it's like if it becomes if it turns out to be bad, you go take it, and it kind of makes it. Well, there are different brilliance. I myself made a ring for the mother, and it has 2.5 carats. How do you like the kvass? Why? Well, let's keep it without kvass. Rosa, how do you like Alena? I think she is cool. I did like her, and with two kids, she needs to be kind of running. And after the overseas person or international person, she has to be running, and she was kind of calm. I think it was such slow and kind of slowly and how not to understand about those things, to understand about her husband. We've been living 11 years, and well, there haven't been many cases or happenings in such a program or in such a show when it wasn't discussed about the cheating, and left it out of it. About understanding each one. They may fight each one for the throat of theirs, and there was a kind of understanding or some way of each one's understanding of them both. Good evening, Eduard. My name from ancient Greek is interpreted or translated as kind and listening. She works as the doctor's assistant, and she's planning to be having many kids. She is hoping to become happy and have family with Eduard. I would like to listen how you are so proud when you worked an assistant of the doctor. What happened there? When I was in university, I wanted some kind of an extreme, and I went working an assistant of a doctor to have such experience and practice because I would like to become such a surgeon. And someone who my parents will be proud of. Actually, surgeon is a good profession. Tell us what's this extreme meaning? Well, not every person may do this. Not every girl may do this work. I was 25 and I did such type of work that I had this dreams seeing corpses, and I prepared those corpses and I saw them alive. What's your education? I studied the jurisprudence jurisprudence. So how did it turn out that you lost your child, your kid and mother? It was such a time in my life, more than 1.5 years, when my mother passed away. My mom didn't even know I was dating a person who was 53, and he was kind of in the age, and it turned out such as how it was. My mom went into the hospital, and I didn't want to tell her because she was in the hospital, and there was such a thing that father was in a bad condition. I didn't want to make it worse. And were there any promises to get into the marriage? Yes, actually there were, and we looked at these relationships as something serious, and I asked meeting him and I asked about the kids and child. He said only positively or confirmedly, but also there was such discussions as how shall I be being without, can I be without education? I should finish it, and it went into such a thing that there was a situation with an abortion. So mother and father didn't know that you had kid and you're someone you dated, and you were 25 then. I was 25, so they had to cross and with the words not to kind of make it cursed. Yes, it is all very rough. What if he wouldn't marry you? I would give birth. Do you understand? When my elder sister got to know this, she said that if you gave birth, we would help you. We would have helped you. I am very naive and trustful at my 27. I cannot kind of come up with this and resolve this. Do you know you have only one bonus choice left? Oh, let's do this? Yes, let's. Can you cook? Yes, I can. What is this? Is this the telephone tricks? Yes, there was such an experience in my life when I kind of after having work in morgue, my study mate offered me such work, kind of calls on the telephone for the adults. Sex on the telephone. So you have a surprise, and will you tell us about it? Yes, I will be singing. My love has gone away, covered me. I am loving your arms, I am loving your eyes, and I don't want to give back. And you have become my love, and I love you. I wouldn't want to get into the Katerina's as to the doctor in 27 years. And he has such a view. He doesn't know what he wants. He doesn't know what he sees. He may see. He may have his. He may have. He actually may have. He does probably have his view or some kind of. He may have his. He may have his. Views and kind of does how he sees things on his own. So they do not need the medicine. So it will be such as how they will be telling him over, and it's all getting crazy. It's going to be horrible. More than 11 years they've been have made so many losses. My mother lost. My mother had young. My mother had a young. Age loss when she was 17, and I'd say that many people lose when they are young. So this is to. I think she is someone who likes to be studying. She has such a character trait that she likes elders. Look at him; he is kind of such as he is. So you are kind of 20. I think he is a ready star of social networks. He has toughness, he has Luna in line. So it's Taurus and Lion and other signs or other astrological signs. Could you give an advice to Eduard who to go? I think it will be probably in between second and third, first and third. I think that the first one isn't simple, and the second and third could be pretty much with him. Well, I think I am alright with him. If he goes out, I will go after him. How it looks. here. I think the most ready one is Maya. Excuse me, I would like to ask, I would like to tell to you that you may haven't been understood. I quite probably wasn't understood. I would like to tell that after being with my husband, I went into having other relationship. Thanks very much. It is right. So she's surprising that things happen and she gets back into her profession, and husband, she's kind of going on for something from him, and then gets back into doing what she does, and there is such a situation here that such a situation here. There is such a situation that here that we have all of us. How do you think, do we physically go along with each one? Physically, you mean as a male and female of breed Homo sapiens? Yes, sure, certainly. So please go after someone, and we will help you in what you do. Let's support Eduard. Please, if you like someone from our TV show, from our show, go on our website and let's get married, ребят.